Hello, everyone, and welcome to Claret and Booze. My name's Nick, and we all just watched West Ham get robbed away at Chelsea, which we were. We were robbed. But look, before I get into the game, as always, if you're new to the channel, please hit the like button, as long as you enjoy the video, of course, and subscribe to our channel, Claret and Booze. Okay, right, that's enough of that. On with the show. Yeah, as you can see by the thumbnail, we were robbed. We were robbed, but that first half, I kind of, and yeah, look, I know you can say there's good reason for it. I know you can say there's good reason for doing what we did, which was basically set out to suffocate Chelsea and ruin their game plan. And Moyes' plan, you could argue, it almost worked. And in the end, we lost to a couple of individual errors. But the fact of the matter is, these individual errors, they are always going to occur when you play so negatively. When all you do is you sit deep and you camp deep and you invite the opposition on, at some point, someone's going to make a slip up. They are. We didn't have enough of an output. I know we came out with more intent in the second half, but the way that we set up in the first half was it's just mind numbing. And I don't want to be what's the word? Because I kind of had a go at Spurs for their style of play, which is what they do. They try to suffocate a game, to kill a game. And then they just go and hit a team on the counter attack, and that's exactly what we try to do today. It's the same thing. I know Chelsea have got better players and this, that, the other, but we're a good team now. We've got good players. We've got a 50-odd million Brazilian, the number 10 for Brazil, probably one of the most creative central midfielders in European football. And we had him doing a dirty job today. He done a good job, but we weren't using him to. He looks lost for the first half. He's probably never been asked to do a job like that before. I don't know. We show teams too much respect. Yes, I know it worked. I don't want to come across as entitled. I'm not. We had a bit of a debate on our WhatsApp group earlier on, and my brother Gary, he kind of said, "I'm happy with this. This is brilliant. I'll take the point now." And my stance was, well, I won't take the point if all we've done is play for a point. I don't want that. I mean, that's it's fucking mind numbing. We've gone out, we spent 170 million in this window, and we've got some good players. We have got some good players. I don't know why we're not that we're not using them, but why we're not changing the way that we play a little bit to try and make the best of it. I know that kind of, it's slow. We was on our arses, and we were unlucky today, and we're trying to get ourselves going again. But I mean, against Everton next week, I think it's a weekend, isn't it? We next weekend we play Everton. When we play them, they've been parking the bus against. They did it against Leeds. They've been time wasting parking the bus. If they do that against us and we don't change the way that we play, that is just going to be a bore fest. Because if all that we're going to do, no matter how much money we spend on our team, is just be a counter-attacking outfit, I don't know. And there's people been complaining about, Antonio, that's the trouble when you play. I'm not going to name names, but he's basically said this is what happens when you put Antonio in the team. You end up bypassing the midfield and you just hit the ball up to him. He's up against three defenders. Well, I'm sorry. Would that have been any different if Scamacca had been in there? He's even more of a target man. It wasn't Antonio's fault. He put in a bloody good shift up against three top-class centre-backs. He was probably up there, probably our best player again, but relatively fruitless because he's got no support. Bowen again, I know he's improved and he had the volley that was really good, but on the whole, Cornet showed when he came on for the last 5 minutes, he should be getting on the pitch. 1 minute, yeah, fair enough. He comes on cold and he misses a virtual open goal with that header. Great bit of work by Benny. Benny also showed that he probably should be played as well. So I don't really know what's going on. We've got a lot of good players. Moyes has got to try and find a way of getting away from, or even if he can't get away from, the industry of West Ham. These industrious players are playing industrial style and then smash and grab merchants. We want to try and find a way of transitioning that. Blend the players that you've got. Blend that style. We don't have to be so respectful of the likes of Chelsea. Yes, they did get a ridiculous decision today, You could argue that Bowen left his trailing leg in there. I don't know. But to me, that should never have been ruled out. But the fact of the matter is, the goal that wasn't ruled out, the penalty that wasn't ruled out against Tottenham. The VAR decision where they kind of ruled it out. If that had been us down the other end, we'd have been screaming for that, saying it should have been a penalty. So in a sense, we got a VAR decision on Wednesday. We didn't today. So I'm not going to bemoan the bloody VAR decision. I'm not. Well, I will, obviously, because it was bad. But what I'm saying is, I'm not going to use that as the only reason we got beat, because it wasn't. Moyes made shitty substitutions again. You know, we was 1-0 up, and he went uber defensive. We was already inviting them on. Why bring on another centre back? How many do you fucking need? You know, more isn't necessarily more in that situation. You need to try and peg the team back. Like I said, if all you do is you invite the team on, we'll just stand our ground. At some point, someone's going to make a lapse in concentration as the game wears on, because they're all going to get tired. And Chelsea are just throwing on new legs, fresh legs all the time. At some point, someone's going to make a fuck up, and then we're all going to point our finger at that bloke, say, it was down to an individual error, which it always is when you try and do this. Because it's fucking intense. It must be intense for that defence to constantly try and stay switched on for the whole game. I don't know. I feel hard done by it, and I feel frustrated as well. So I don't know how you feel. I'm not gonna recount every moment of the game. The first half was shit. It was rubbish. We did a job. We did do a job. If what you want to do is be fucking Burnley or Stoke and just go out to suffocate the opposition, we did a job, and we did it magnificently. And I ain't blaming the players that were put out there, because they were fantastic. They did exactly what they were instructed to do. You had Fornals playing as a second fullback with Emerson to try and marshal Reece James. What, are you telling me Emerson can't handle Reece James? Why have we got to put 2 fucking players on him? So we've got no outlet. We've got no attacking threat. It was so cautious. It was. And like I say, I am not getting on Moyes' back again. I'm not. But he can be criticised. The substitutions were just fucking weird. And what we saw of Cornet in 5 minutes, why ain't we seeing more of him? You know, I don't know. I'm a little bit frustrated. I am. At the end of the day, we were robbed, but the better team did ultimately win today, because we set up as if they were the better team. We set up as if they were fucking prime Barcelona, and we just had to sit there and just give them all the respect in the world. That's how we set up. So Chelsea are clearly the better team. You know, we could never go out and play football against them and try and beat them, could we? But yeah, I don't know. Like I say, I don't think any of the players played particularly badly, apart from Bowen. Well, although Bowen ain't exactly playing bad. He's just there's just not much there at the moment. And like I say, what's frustrating is when you've got better options on the bench, like or different options. You know, people have got a bit of hunger, something to prove. Just try and change things a little bit every now and then. But yeah, I don't know. I've not seen the post-match comments from Moyes. He is going to be livid. Of course he is. You know, I was livid with that decision. It was ridiculous. But ultimately, yeah, I don't really know. I don't really know what happened there. I'm hoping that Moyes is going to just release and be a little bit more expansive when we come up against Everton. We can't take this fucking tact all the time. We just can't. You know, we've got a £50 million player in Paqueta, right? He's a ball player. He's somebody that needs to have the ball to be effective. He needs to be in a footballing team. If the plan was for us to sit 9 players behind the ball and then quickly give the ball to Paqueta and he does the rest, we're going to be all fucking really disappointed. We are. We've got to change the way that we play. We've got players that can do it. We can hold the ball now. We can play a more possession-based game. There is no point playing Paqueta if that's how we're going to play. I don't think there is. Not really. You could play anyone. Paqueta weren't any better than probably what Benrahma would have been today. Paqueta was fine. He did a good job, but that's not fucking what he does. That's not what we brought him in for. We brought him in for his creative output. He gets the ball in central midfield. There is nothing in front of him. All he's got is Antonio up against Koulibaly, fucking Silva, and the other one they've just bought from Leicester. Fofana. Three of them. 3 top-class centre-backs and Antonio. Where's your options for the creative midfielder? There is nothing. He's got to change. He's got to change it. It's all very well putting the players in, but you've got to set them up for success. It's like when he played Scamacca in the Antonio system, and Scamacca didn't touch the ball for about 60 minutes. Scamacca can't do that. That's not his job. If you put Scamacca in that system today, he would have been shit. He won't be able to do that. He needs support. You've got to get players around him. And that's another way of defending. It's by attacking. You push the opposition back because the fullbacks can't fucking bomb on every 2 minutes. The wingbacks, because they can't. Because we're attacking, we're giving them a bit of threat as well. I mean, like I say, this is a knee-jerk reaction. I will calm down. It would have been a good point. It would have been a great 3 points. But it would have been a great point at the same time. But like I say, we were set up to do a smash and grab. It is a little bit tiresome that every time we face a team like this, we don't feel like we can empower our players to go out and play football against them. It's like we're basically saying to them before the game, they're too good for us. We've got to stop them playing. That's our game plan. We've got no chance. If we try and go toe-to-toe with them, Paqueta, mate, trust me, this lot, they're shit hot, right? So what I want you to do today is fuck all your flicks and tricks. Just literally win the ball and get rid of it. Win the ball, get rid of it. Get it up to Antonio. That's all you got to do, and just do that for as long as you can. And then what we'll try and do is we'll try and get a go on a counter attack. That can't inspire people. It can't inspire people, can it? But look, I know I'm probably going to get a load of stick for this, for being an entitled bastard, because maybe I'm an entitled bastard. I don't know. Like I say, even if that had stayed 0-0 and we'd carried on playing that way that we played in the first half, it's fucking boring. You know, I did have a go at Spurs for the way that they set up and the way that they play, and that's exactly the way that we play. And we don't have to play like that. We've got better players, Moyes, so stop it. Try and be a little bit more exciting, please. Against Everton, they're going to sit back. They're going to invite us on. Put some attacking players in there and give them the keys to. Give them the keys to fucking go and tear them apart, because that's what we're going to need to do. Or that is just going to be a ball draw, and they'll probably hit us with a smash and grab. And then we'll feel robbed, because we'll have 51% possession, because of that we'll have much more than that. 51% possession, and then they'll hit us with a smash and grab. You just feel robbed when that happens. So we've got to try and go for it a little bit more. But look, at the end of the day, it wasn't a bad performance. The encouraging thing was that the team looked good. They do. Like I say, the problem today was the tactics. Pure and simple. It was poor tactically today, in my opinion. Yeah, it almost worked, but that system doesn't get the best out of the players that we've got. It doesn't. It really doesn't. You know, yeah, we could have gone out. We could have gone at them, and we might have opened up. They might have beat us, but Chelsea, teams like that, why don't we look at them as a little bit of a fucking free hit and go out and try and actually beat them? You know, it's the other games that we've got to try and get the points against. So we've really got to make sure we beat the teams in and around us. The likes of Chelsea, City, teams like that. Why don't we just fucking have a go? Have a go at them. We've got good players. I don't know. But anyway, look, sorry for the moan. I had to get it off my chest. And I expect lots and lots of abuse in the comments. So yeah, like, I am sorry, but yeah, it's just how I feel. If you did enjoy my irrational rant, please drop a like on the video and hit subscribe to our channel. We'll be back tomorrow at 8 o'clock, where we'll be talking about it far more rationally, and we'll be doing our player ratings, and amongst other things that we'll be discussing as well. So pop back for that. We'll be a lot calmer. I'll be a lot calmer. All right then. Okay. Thank you very much. Come on, you lads.